And I'm calling from Marist College. We're talking to people in your community.
Do you approve or disapprove of the job Republicans in Congress are doing?
Right now, do you think the U.S. economy is getting better, getting worse, or staying about the same? Hi, my name is Mike. I'm calling from Marist College.
Most public opinion polls are all about the numbers.
More people do the surveys than I expected originally starting here.
But the Marist poll is also about the students.
Our saying here is smile while you dial.
Who ask all those questions.
We're talking to people in your community and collecting opinions
that make all those numbers possible.
The Marist Poll is a research center first and foremost.
Do you approve or disapprove?
Our goal here is education, and our students are always foremost in our mind.
And what better way to learn about a potentially dry subject like statistics or politics than this?
I kind of like what I do. Like, I'm into political science, and a lot of the surveys I'm interested in, so it doesn't really bother me too much when people just hang up on you.
And students aren't just a handy way of staffing the phones. They are the reason the Marist Institute for Public Opinion exists in the first place.
In 1978, I was teaching a course in voting behavior, and it was suggested from the class that we should do a poll. And I thought this was just a great idea to have students apply the theories of the classroom to the real world of voters.
And so they did. Students worked up an exit poll for a local county race, and they nailed it. The Marist Poll was born.
Dr. Meringoff's polls have attracted the attention of the media and the politicians, but he hopes that students here at Marist College pay the most attention.
We interviewed 489 Democrats. I'm fond of saying that it's a snapshot. Okay, it's a measure of where the electorate is at this point in time.
Back then, it was in its infancy. There were rotary phones. Students had hard copy questionnaires. They had answering sheets, which looked like multiple choice tests. They had little index cards, which had the phone numbers on them. It was all very, very low tech.
Here to talk about all of that is Lee Meringoff of the Marist Institute. Good morning.
Good morning.
Before long, Marist was polling all the big races, and in the process, this upstart operation made it to the big leagues, nationally known for its accuracy.
With us now from New York is Lee Meringoff, director of the Marist College Institute for Public Opinion. Traditionally, do they hold up, or is this people just casting about kind of an anybody but Bush movement?
Well, I think what we're seeing in these numbers is what David...
The reason is the Marist poll is the real deal. The surveys are conceived and conducted using the best science, and it all begins with the questions.
We really make sure the questions are getting at what they really want to know and making sure that the questions are answering what we're intending them to answer.
Overall, would you describe the direction in which President Barack Obama is moving the country as change for the better, change for the worse, or no change at all?
It may seem easy to just write a question that everybody understands the right way and they interpret the right way and that all the interviewers can administer in the same way, but in fact it's difficult.
Then it's all up to the students.
We basically want the same results from every interviewer. If one interviewer called someone at 5:30 in the afternoon, we expect that they're getting the same results from that person if a completely different interviewer called them.
Do you approve or disapprove of how President Barack Obama is handling the economy?
We provide them with all that they need to know to be a really good interviewer.
Of course, even then, not everyone on the other end of the line necessarily wants to talk, but students learn what to say to try and convince reluctant respondents otherwise. When that doesn't work, well, it's still the kind of real-world experience students can use when they graduate.
I would get really upset when people would hang up, but I started to just get a tougher skin as time went on.
Not all the polling Marist does is for political races.
There are actually two separate aspects to the Marist poll. The public side, which we're well known for, but also there's a private side, where we do polling for private companies, not-for-profit organizations.
In these cases, the questions are about communities, needs, and priorities. And the Marist Poll is branching out online, too, with a website that is also about more than just the numbers.
We have not only our poll releases, but we have expert commentary. We have places where people can come to the site and can comment on our polls. They can also comment on blogs that have been written there. We have audio and video snippets there that can also put those numbers into context for people who come to the site.
But through all the changes and all the years, the foundation of the Marist Poll remains: science and students.
I've always used the model that if this was something I wanted to do or I would have liked to have done as an undergraduate, then let's find a way as a faculty member in political science to have this an opportunity for the students to apply in their education. And that's what we've been doing, the same model 30 plus years.